What's up guys, it's Lord Botha here with another video, and exclusivity is dead. I'm gonna warn you right now guys, if you're a PlayStation fanboy and you see this video, it's gonna haunt you. You'll want to skip out on this one, because you are gonna walk away terrified and depressed and just...
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
So you've been warned if you're a fanboy. Why do I say that? Well, because, and this comes to us from Hazador Gaming on Twitter X, and it states, according to job listings, Sony is to expand PlayStation Studios titles across Steam, Epic, Xbox, Nintendo, and mobile. Reporting to the Vice President, Commercial Management as Senior Director of Multi-Platform and Account Management. He quotes that actual job listing by saying, quote, "You will play a critical leadership role in shaping and executing the global commercial strategy for PlayStation Studios software titles across all digital platforms beyond PlayStation hardware, including Steam, Epic Games Store, Xbox, Nintendo, and mobile."
He's already dead.
He goes on to state, quote, "This role is accountable for optimizing title profitability, ensuring cross-functional alignment, and leading high-performing team focused on multi-platform expansion, mid-range commercial planning, and platform partner management."
This is exactly what I've been waiting for. This is exactly, I don't mean to sound like Cat Williams, but this is exactly.
And I know you heard that right, but I'll just say it. PlayStation games are coming to Xbox. Not just Xbox. PlayStation games are coming to everybody, it seems. Xbox, Nintendo, Epic Games Store, and even mobile devices. That's right, you can play PlayStation games on your phone, guys. Can't wait to see PlayStation fanboys turn into phone fanboys, splitting off into camps between Apple and Android. Because you know, some of them have different opinions about that, that's for sure. And some of the responses just on this post announcing it alone have been pretty golden. Josh, the editor, with his meme, "Me on my Xbox." Shout out to Dreamcast guy, which will somehow turn this into Xbox is dead again. I don't know how he's gonna quite spin that, but I'm sure he'll try. There was one reply that I particularly like from William R. Aguilar here, who just says, "I recommend reading this. If you wonder what this is, well, it's a whole lot of copium." The post starts, and by the way, anybody who emboldens part of the text in their posts, you are a homo. I'm sorry, that's just the truth. I don't make the rules, but that is 100% what you are. But he states, correcting misunderstandings on the Sony Interactive Entertainment job listings for Senior Director, Multi-Platform and Account Management. Note that the first responsibility of the job listing is, quote, "to oversee the out-of-year mid-range commercial strategy for PlayStation Studios titles across all non-PlayStation platforms, driving long-term revenue growth and audience reach." This means they are not going to bring their games to other storefronts, platforms, until a minimum of 1 to 2 years. It all depends on what type of game it is. For smaller experimental games and dead IP that are brought back by other publishers like Bandai Namco can go on Nintendo and PC. Second, multiplayer games can go to any platform. Third, the next Xbox will be a mini PC that will be able to run Steam and other stores without giving Microsoft a cut of the game sales. It's not the same Xbox, infamous, it's just 4 games. Sony is a hardware company, Microsoft is a software company. In order to sell hardware, your hardware has to have compelling exclusive content for features. PlayStation makes most of its money being a compelling storefront. Xbox doesn't make much of any money on their storefront due to Game Pass and their hardware selling way less than the direct competition. In order to be a compelling storefront, you have to have exclusive content.
You are coping and seething.
This is what we call copium, ladies and gentlemen. Massive, massive amounts of copium. Because the truth is, it's just 4 games to start. Then, it's multiplayer games. And now it's looking like it's going to be every game. And maybe it's not right on launch. But it's definitely not going to be never, which is how it used to be, or at least a very, very long time. And you can best believe one day, it is going to be at the same exact time. Because this is obviously how this is trending. It's time to read the writing on the wall. If you're an Xbox gamer, from everything we've learned with the ROG Ally, Xbox's expansion onto PCs in general with their storefront and Game Pass and etc. If you are an Xbox gamer, you are a PC gamer. Like such, if you are a PlayStation gamer, you're also going to be an Xbox gamer now. Though to be fair, PlayStation gamers were kind of Xbox gamers already, because they were just playing all those Xbox games on their PlayStation. But we're not going to get bogged down by all that. Man, I am worried. I am worried about some of the fanboys out there. Somebody needs to call and do a wellness check on Nikola. Make sure that his PlayStation has hugged him and caressed him gently. Maybe even made out with him again. Make sure he's doing okay. Somebody needs to go over to Nib's house and make sure that there's no sharp objects around him.
I'm in danger.
I'm just saying, I'm worried about them, man. By the way, the response to this copium post is it's pretty good. It's all like this, man. It's but yeah, it looks like exclusivity is winding down pretty swiftly, at least especially when it's considering PlayStation here. By the way, guys, the person that should be hired at Sony for this role in cross-platform ability management, whatever the hell the actual title of the position is, manager of the team that's responsible for putting games on platforms not called the PlayStation. That's really what this position is. The guy that should definitely have this job is Oh No, It's Alex. Because that would be the cherry on top. Because those fanboys, they're like the grunts in Halo, running around calling Master Chief Demon. And Master Chief is Oh No, It's Alex. Or in his case, Master Cheeks. And if he became this director, if he became this manager, oh, the fallout would be glorious. But hey, those are just my thoughts on all this. I think the exclusivity ending is a good thing. I think this whole console war has been dumb since the very start and was always going to end eventually, especially in the streaming era when everything was moving towards digital and consoles have increasingly become more and more expensive, not really as an adjustment to the economy, but using the economy as a reason to simply adjust. There's a very big difference there, but hopefully this might actually do something when it comes to prices in gaming. But maybe that's just me on a little bit of copium, because it probably isn't. Games are probably just going to become even more expensive no matter what, and I just have to accept that little black pill. But at the very, very least, it's fun to watch all the fanboys' heads explode over this thing. But that's just my thoughts on all this. If you have your own thoughts, go and leave them in the comments. If you liked this video, go and like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, appreciate you watching all of it, and we'll talk to you again later.